Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded. I don't trust these feelings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and obscene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke all the steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Hi, am I on the air?
Yes, you are on the air. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new edition of Am I on the Air? I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show. It is June the 25th. That is right, June the 25th, and tonight it's season 14, episode 13. I want to stay, and I want to fight them. That is tonight's show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to say it, but it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope podcast to step to. It has been over a month since the last Am I on the Air. Our last episode was May 23rd with the King Covenant episode, and I thank the thousands of you that actually listened to that episode and kept it kind of chugging along in my absence. But I'm back, and hopefully back on a steady schedule from this point on. This last month has been ridiculously crazy. We went from, moving. I just bought a house, and we're moving over. I'm actually recording live tonight from the brand new Red Dragons Radio Studios here in Tucson, Arizona. And we've been moving, dealing with the house stuff. We went on a vacation, been working like crazy. It's just been very, very difficult to find a couple hours to sit down and bang out this show. And I do apologize because this is one of the biggest breaks I've ever taken. And it's not like me, and it's very weird. And it's been nuts because I wanted to talk to you guys about all the latest and greatest in entertainment news. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to get caught up. I got 4 movie reviews for you guys over the past month. And some other things have been going on. I was going to record a new episode last weekend, and then decided to hold off because I was going to see an early screening of Transformers the Last Night. And I figured, you know what? Instead of recording the new Am I on the Air and then not having that review on the episode, I decided to wait. And I said, we'll do the episode after I've seen Transformers. So I will review that tonight. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to get something out there for you guys. So I decided to do a little episode, a little Am I Still on the Air, which has been a while. I haven't done an Am I Still on the Air since the Logan spoiler review that came out back in March. So I did a very short Am I Still on the Air. The episode, I think, is like 25 minutes long. It's probably the shortest episode you're going to find on this channel. But, basically it was Am I Still on the Air? The summer movie season so far. And basically, this has been a really weird summer movie season. Some highs, some lows, a lot of big tentpole movies just kind of fading at the box office, not making their budgets back. It's been really nuts. So I basically sat down and kind of took you guys through profit, loss, the movies that are making money, the movies that are losing money for their studios, and just kind of talked about everything from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, when that came out in May, all the way up through last weekend's box office with Cars 3. So it was a pretty cool episode, very knowledgeable episode to tell you guys kind of how everything's made its money. Some movies not making any money domestically, but then making a ton of money overseas, like the Mummy. So it was a really cool episode. So if you haven't listened to that yet, go check it out on amiontheair.com and of course reddragonsradio.com. Click on the Am I Still on the Air tab and check out that little spin-off episode. It's definitely worth your time. And on top of that, I also did something brand new this week as I set up the new studio, and that's actually do a spoiler review on the YouTube channel. You know, we've had a YouTube channel for years now, and I don't really utilize it, to be honest. I basically have it there just to post the podcast episodes, just to have another forum for people that want to find the podcast. They can go and maybe just people will bump into it on YouTube, and I get another fan. But I haven't utilized it for anything extra or anything exclusive really at all. So for the first time, I decided to do something cool from a video standpoint, and on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/amiontheair, I did a spoiler review for Transformers The Last Night. Now, of course, on tonight's episode, I will do a non-spoiler review, because that's what I do on here. I do non-spoiler. I don't want to ruin anything for you guys, but there was a lot I wanted to talk about for Transformers The Last Night. I'm a massive fan of this franchise, and I wanted to get the word out on exactly how I felt about the new movie. So I did a video review. So definitely go check that out. Support me on that. You know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It's definitely worth your time. If you've seen Transformers and you want to kind of get my view, or maybe you haven't seen it yet, but you don't really care about spoilers and you just want to see what I thought anyway, go look up the video. It's the newest video on our YouTube page, Transformers The Last Night spoiler review. That is exclusive to the YouTube channel. I might rip the audio off of it and put it up on the podcast feed, possibly, because there are some people that just want to listen to it and don't want to stream it through video, use their data plans or whatever the case may be. So, but right now it's exclusively to the YouTube channel, and it is something that I might be doing a little bit more often in the future, now that I actually have a nice little recording place, studio room in my new house. So those are a couple plugs right there. The Am I Still in the Air summer movie season so far, and the Transformers The Last Night spoiler review that is up on the YouTube channel. With that out of the way, let's get to our movie reviews of the past month, basically. Like I said, there's been 4 movies that have come out since we last talked. And let's go backwards. So we're going to start with Baywatch. Now, of course, Baywatch came out, and it kind of went away very quickly. And this is, of course, my man Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Rock rolls! And, you know, Zac Efron and Alexander Daddario. Really just a R-rated kind of 21-22 Jump Street kind of comedy. I was looking really forward to this, as I am with anything with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And this movie got ripped apart by critics. But I'll tell you, I really enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought it was a fun movie. I'll tell you, the biggest thing for me out of this was the chemistry between the entire team. The actual Baywatch team is really top-notch. They get along really well together. They look like they're having a lot of fun. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. So I recommend Baywatch. And I know most of my friends that kind of share the same kind of sentiments that I do enjoyed it as well. So I don't get why all the critics pissed on it so much, but I say give it a chance for yourself. If you like kind of that slapsticky kind of comedy, especially in the vein of, like I said, like a 21-22 Jump Street kind of thing, then definitely check that out. Out of the 5-star Don Mega scale, I gave Baywatch 3.5 out of 5 stars. The reason I give it 3.5 is because, like I said, if you listen to me for any period of time, I always talk about comedies are rated based on your laugh scale. If I'm just dying, can't catch my breath, laughs, you're going to get a higher score. Now, Baywatch is pretty consistently funny all the way through, but they're more of a haha kind of chuckles laughs that bring you all the way through. There's not really those big belly laughs, unfortunately, like a 21 and 22 Jump Street had. But it's still fun, and I still had a great time with it, and I will buy this one on Blu-ray when it comes out. So Baywatch, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Our next movie here is going to be The Mummy. Now, this, of course, is the first cinematic movie of the brand new Dark Universe that Universal Pictures is launching. Stars Tom Cruise and Sofia Boutella. Russell Crowe's in there, and I thought this was going to be a big action movie with some slight horror elements. I actually thought that they weighed heavier on the horror elements, which I thought was pretty cool. This movie as well is also getting ripped pretty bad by the critics, and I don't really get why, because it is a fun little popcorn flick. I got pretty much what I expected out of it, and I think Tom Cruise did an excellent job. I thought Sofia Boutella did an excellent job. I like that it weighed heavier on the horror elements, so I got no problem with any of that. So The Mummy for me gets 3 out of 5 Don Megas. It's good. 3 out of 5. It's a solid flick. It's probably not the launch that they were looking for to the Dark Universe, because it's not making that much money here domestically, but it's making a lot of money internationally, which might, give it that thumbs up to proceed into further adventures in this universe. Now let's get to the big papa right here. And I say big papa, and we're talking about Wonder Woman. This, of course, the latest movie in the DCEU. We're following up Suicide Squad with this one. This cinematic universe for DC started with Man of Steel, went to Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, and then now Wonder Woman. And a lot of people were saying, man, there's a lot riding on this for Wonder Woman. It needs to be good, because all those other movies in the DCEU, even though it pisses me off because I like all of those movies, have not hit it with the critics. They're very divisive films. So they needed a big hit here with Wonder Woman, where critics loved it and fans loved it. And I'll tell you what, they got it with Wonder Woman. This movie is fantastic. It's one of the best movies of the summer. I'd say one of the best movies of the year, right up there with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I loved this movie. I've actually seen it twice now, and it was even better the second time. Gal Gadot is fantastic in this movie and is just incredible as Wonder Woman. Chris Pine, who I've always liked, but he's just awesome as Steve Trevor in this thing. And Patty Jenkins is the director, and she did an amazing job directing this, and congratulations to her and all the success. The movie just in the past couple of days has become the most profitable film directed by female directors, so that's awesome. So congratulations to Patty Jenkins and the entire crew. This thing is hitting, over 600 million worldwide. It continues to just make money, and it's had the smallest drop-offs from week to week. It, when it debuted, it made like 100 million supposedly, but then when the final numbers came out, it was actually 103. And then when the following week came, it only dropped like 40%, which is unheard of for a superhero movie. Those movies fall between 60 to 70% in their second week. Wonder Woman only fell 40. And then in its third week, it only fell like 30%. And then now in its fourth week, it only dropped like 20%. It's holding on because of that word of mouth. People are going to see it over and over and over again. And God bless them. This movie is awesome. It takes place in World War I. You kind of see where Wonder Woman came from and why she feels the way she does about her society and how she wants to help. And it's full of hope. It's full of optimism. And it's just such an incredible film. So Wonder Woman is easily a 5 out of 5. So congratulations, man. We needed a 5 Don Mega star scale film here, because we haven't had one since Guardians of the Galaxy. We haven't had that many this year, honestly. We've had John Wick 2, Logan, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and now Wonder Woman has joined the club. So that's the 5-star club for me and Am I on the Air in 2017. So congratulations. Wonder Woman's awesome. If you haven't seen it, go out and check it out. 5 out of 5. Then, of course, our newest one, Transformers The Last Night. This is, of course, the 5th entry in the Transformers franchise. And once again, if you've been listening to me for any period of time, you know I love the Transformers films. If you listen to our Am I Still on the Air, where we did our most anticipated films, you saw how high up on the chart this film was for me, because I look so forward to these films. This was one of my most anticipated films of the entire summer. I saw this a night before it opened officially. I saw it on Tuesday night in IMAX 3D. I was so stoked. And I have to be honest, I walked out a bit disappointed. I do like the movie. It is a fun movie. It's good. It's got some great action. But there's a lot of WTF moments in this thing. And there's a lot of choices that I would not have gone with. Now, once again, I'm going spoiler free here, so I'm kind of dancing around it. If you want to hear my full spoiler review, like I said, check out my video review on the YouTube channel. But, there's a lot of good things here. Like, I thought Mark Wahlberg was great in this. I thought Anthony Hopkins was incredible in this. And, I dug a lot of aspects of it. But to be honest, Optimus Prime is not in it very much. A lot of the Transformers aren't in it very much. And that makes it hard to enjoy a Transformers movie with no Transformers. It's a 2.5 hour film, and I felt the time drag at several moments on this thing. It was good to see Josh Duhamel back. No Tyrese, though. And, so there was some good flashbacks to the original ones, kind of looping it in with the last one. But, I wanted more out of the Dinobots. I wanted more out of Optimus. I just wanted more, just period, to be honest. Like I said, I'm a massive fan of this franchise, and I've given all 4 of the previous Transformers movies 5 stars. Call me crazy, whatever you want to do. They were 5-star movies to me because my rating is based on my enjoyment level, and I've always been very pleasantly just loved and pleasantly surprised and just over the moon enjoyment in all the other previous films, because I feel like a big kid when I watch these, and I just love explosions and action, and it gives me what I need. I don't need all the stuff that the critics bitch about, like, full story points and people acting kind of silly and just and just visual noise because it's too much action. I don't care. Give me all that. It works for me in the Transformers franchise. So I've given them all 5 stars. This one is the first that is not getting that. I am giving Transformers The Last Night 3.5 out of 5. More realistically, it's probably a 3. I'm rolling up to 3.5 just because of my love for the franchise and my love for some of the real big, just great spectacles that you see in this film. Some of the action scenes, there's some really good stuff in there. That rolls me up to 3.5. But yeah, we're far from the days of 5. So Michael Bay says this is his last one. We'll have to wait and see. And I've always argued that fact. I said, I don't want Michael Bay to go anywhere because I love these films. Well, after this one, I'm kind of ready to see somebody else take a swing at it. So those are the 4 movie reviews since we last discussed. Baywatch, 3.5 out of 5. The Mummy, 3 out of 5. Wonder Woman, 5 out of 5. And Transformers The Last Night, 3.5 out of 5. That, my friends, are your movie reviews. And now we're going to make the switch, and we're going to get through, bear with me here, a month's worth of entertainment news, TV, movies. Now, lucky for me, not as much drops over the summertime, so I'm not as bad off as I would have been if this was in the middle of the year. But there's still been a lot, and we'll discuss it all, some briefly, some in a little bit more detail. But come along with the ride with me as we bang through the news of the last month. Now, I have a lot of notes here, and some of this stuff, being a month old, something might not be relevant anymore, and I might be kind of skipping around. There might be some moments of silence here as I kind of fidget through the notes, because I want to touch on as much as I can, but I don't want to bother with stuff that's really not relevant anymore. So let me get a drink of water here, and we're going to get cracking. Okay. In some director party news, and this will not be the only time that we talk about this kind of situation, Doug Liman has exited DC's Justice League Dark movie. This kind of bums me out. He says it's just a scheduling conflict. He's got some other stuff he needs to do. I'm bummed by it because Doug Liman is an incredible director, and I was really looking forward to seeing what he did with Justice League Dark. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Doug Liman, man, he's making he's starting to make this a trend. You know, he was also the director for the Gambit movie, and then he dropped out of that, and then now he's dropping out of this. So come on, Doug, you got to stick to a project there, buddy. Tom Cruise has confirmed that they are moving forward with Top Gun 2, and tentatively it's called Maverick, is the official title for the second Top Gun movie. Over on TNT, The Last Ship Season 4 is set to debut on August 20th. Charlie's Angels is getting a reboot, and it has been given a release date. It's going to be coming out next year, and it's going to be directed Oh my god, my mind just completely spaced it. Elizabeth. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on a second. I hate having to look up bigger notes to my smaller notes, but you know what? There's too much going on. Elizabeth Banks, thank you, Jesus. Elizabeth Banks is going to be directing the film, and Charlie's Angels. Oh, it's not next year. Actually, it'll debut on June 7th of 2019. So that's when we're going to see that Charlie's Angels reboot. I think it's about time. You know, I did like the Drew Barrymore ones, but yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. So just as we thought all the Chicago shows were getting renewed, one had to take the axe, and it's Chicago Justice. Yes, Chicago Justice has been canceled after just one season. Sam Claflin is set to join Shailene Woodley in a new film called Adrift. Let's see here. John Boyega says that the last Star Wars: The Last Jedi will see Finn finally become, quote, a big deal. We have now it's not new anymore, but at this point we had a brand new Spider-Man trailer drop back at the very end of May. It's an awesome trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming. Check that out on our webpage if you haven't seen it yet. AmIOnTheAir.com. Click on the trailers tab, and you can see all the latest and greatest there in one spot. Along with some pretty cool new posters and stuff like that. There's a really cool Spider-Man Homecoming International trailer as well, where they actually show the events of Civil War, and Tom Holland's talking to the camera, and he's like, "Oh, look over there! There's Captain America, and there's there's Tony Stark," and then you hear Tony go, "Underoos," and he's like, "Hey, that's my call. I gotta go." So it's really cool, man, and it really suits the character Peter Parker, especially being a teenager at that point. I love it. It just and the early word coming out, they did some pre-screenings over the weekend, is that it's incredible and that he's the best Spider-Man by far. It's the best Spider-Man movie ever made, and that's one of the best comic book movies ever made. So high praise. I can't wait. July 7th, Spider-Man Homecoming. HBO has canceled a planned Jon Stewart project that they were going to do together. We have the first trailer for the new movie Wonder, which stars Owen Wilson, Julia Roberts, and Jacob Tremblay. We have the brand new trailer for Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. We have the third trailer for Despicable Me 3. Deadpool 2 has just casted Jack Kesy from The Strain. He was one of the villains in Baywatch. He's supposedly going to be playing a major Deadpool 2 villain, although they're not saying who he's playing yet. We have the first teaser trailer for The Strain Season 4, which premieres on Sunday, July 16th. Looking forward to that. The Game of Thrones Season 7 trailer is here that you can check out. They're currently writing the script for John Wick Chapter 3, which I'm so excited about. John Wick Chapter 2, now available on Blu-ray and DVD. William Joyce is set to direct the animated feature called The Extincts. Joseph Kosinski is the frontrunner to direct the Top Gun sequel. He, of course, directed Tom Cruise in Oblivion, and he also did the Tron Legacy movie, so pretty good director there to jump in. Ellen is going to be doing her first stand-up special in 15 years, and it will be put on Netflix. Kong Skull Island will be hitting Blu-ray and DVD on July 18th. It's now available on digital. They're doing digital 4 weeks early on Kong Skull Island, which is just crazy. Especially for someone like me who likes to buy the physical media, and I have to wait 4 weeks to buy this thing, but other people can just get it right now on digital. Kind of traps me out. Let's see here. Moana has hit Netflix, so if you're looking to catch up on Moana, one of my daughter's favorite movies ever, it is now on Netflix, available to stream. We have a first look at the new Castlevania animated series coming to Netflix that premieres on July 7th. Netflix has canceled the show The Get Down. Yeah, The Get Down is officially down and out for the count here. I didn't check this one out. I heard a lot of mixed things, and yeah, so I'm glad I didn't waste the time on it. So the Get Down has been canceled over on Netflix. We have Everything Wrong with Split in 16 minutes or less. We're finding out now that the new X-Men spin-off film, The New Mutants, they're going to make it a full-fledged horror film. So that's pretty awesome right there, man. We're going to get a very complete different take on the X-Men with New Mutants being a horror film. We have the first trailer for Jason Bateman's new money laundering Netflix drama called Ozark. Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen hunt a predator in the new trailer for Wind River, which looks pretty interesting, by the way. The Disney Channel series Andy Mack has been renewed for season 2. We're finding out after Logan's success that X-23 is more likely to get a solo movie than to be a part of another X-Men team-up. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. They're looking to start filming John Wick 3 later this year if they can finish the script in time, which I'm hoping for sure. Sony has found a director for its new upcoming film Silver and Black, which is their Silver Sable Black Cat spin-off Marvel Sony movie, and it'll be Love and Basketball director Gina Prince Bythewood. She is set to direct the film, so we'll see what ends up happening with Silver and Black. Lots of speculation for Wonder Woman 2, whether it's going to be in a period setting, it's going to be in current time, if it's going to be somewhere in between. Getting a lot of conflicting reports there, but they are currently writing the script. Supposedly Patty Jenkins, along with DC head Jeff Johns, are writing the script for number 2. Silicon Valley Season 5 and Veep Season 7 have officially been given the green light over by HBO. They'll be back in 2018, which is awesome there. NBC has postponed the Bye Bye Birdie Live with Jennifer Lopez. They said they'll plan to revisit the show in 2018. Speaking of Silicon Valley getting renewed, which, by the way, is one of my favorite shows on HBO. It's on tonight, by the way. I'm glad it's been renewed, but you know what sucks? TJ Miller is leaving Silicon Valley. He will not be back for the 5th season of the show. HBO has revealed that TJ Miller will not be returning to Silicon Valley for season 5. Sounds kind of like it's a mutual decision here. But hey, we wish him the best in his future endeavors. I love TJ Miller. He's great in the show, but we'll see where it takes us, man. Blake Lively is set to star in The Husband's Secret. So that's coming out here soon. She's way in demand now again, which is really cool to see for her. Sophia Bush is leaving Chicago PD. That's a shocker there. Sausage Party director Conrad Vernon is boarding the new animated Jetsons movie. So they finally found their director. Robert Zemeckis and the History Channel are teaming up for a new UFO drama series called Blue Book. Jamie Foxx compares his new Robin Hood film to Zero Dark 30. I don't know what you're smoking there, Jamie Foxx, but can I get some? Boss Baby. Yes, Boss Baby came out. I thought it was going to bomb, and I was so wrong. It made tons of money, and now they've confirmed that Boss Baby 2 is in works and will be coming out in 2021. Yeah, 2021. That is crazy, man. My daughter has seen this movie. She loves it. Is she going to be that interested that many years from now? I just don't know about that. But Boss Baby 2 is coming in 2021. It's official. HBO has confirmed that the final season of Game of Thrones is going to be 6 episodes long. Rosario Dawson is in talks to join the cast of New Mutants. That would be a great addition there. Amy Schumer has a new movie coming out called I Feel Pretty, and that'll be coming out here soon, as STX Entertainment has picked up the rights to that one. A Baywatch sequel could find the lifeguards heading overseas, but we'll see on that, because this movie barely broke even, so I don't know if they're going to move forward on a sequel anytime soon. We have a brand new Hitman's Bodyguard trailer that you can check out. If you're going to watch Hitman Bodyguard trailers, make sure you find the red band ones, because they are so good. We have the teaser trailer for the brand new Lego Marvel Superheroes game that you can check out now. We have the reveal trailer for Far Cry 5, another video game trailer there. Lots of video game stuff we dropped over the past couple weeks because of E3 that was going on, which is basically the video game Comic-Con. We have the trailer for the Get Shorty TV series starring Ray Romano and Chris O'Dowd. We do have the red trailers posted for red band trailers posted, by the way, for the Hitman's Bodyguard that I'm telling you about. Lionsgate is said they're going to be putting out Tyler Perry's Boo, a Medea Halloween 2. Oh God, why? I don't know why. We have the official trailer for Batman and Harley Quinn that you can check out there. Patty Jenkins says don't anticipate a director's cut for Wonder Woman. She says pretty much everything she shot is in the final film. So there was nothing else she needed to really do when it came down to it. Give me one sec here. Passing some of these duplicate notes. In some sad news, relationship sad news, Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor have split after 17 years of marriage. That's sad. I always love those two together. Very, very sad. I hate to see couples break off. We have the first trailer for Logan Lucky, which you can check out. It's the new the Steven Soderbergh film that's coming out in August, starring Channing Tatum. And Daniel Craig, James Bond himself. Congratulations to Beauty and the Beast, which ended up going past the $500 million mark just in the U.S. That is massive, man. It's such a big hit with Beauty and the Beast. We have the brand new second trailer for The Nut Job. We have the Red Band trailer for The House. Yeah, so the second Red Band trailer for The House. I think this movie looks hilarious. It comes out next Friday, and I want to go see it next weekend. I love Will Ferrell. I pretty much dig anything this dude's in, and I think they just assembled a great cast for this thing. And when you watch the Red Band, it kills, man. The Green Band trailer makes it look a little cheesy, but the Red Band just sells it, so I can't wait to see The House. We have the first trailer for The Glass Castle. We have another trailer for Wish Upon. Let's see here. Johnny Depp has been confirmed to be playing the Invisible Man, and Javier Bardem is confirmed to be playing Frankenstein's monster in Universal's Dark Universe. If they continue on with it after the whole mummy thing. But they're moving forward with it, and it looks like they're going to be doing Bride of Frankenstein next. So we'll see there. Back on Memorial Day weekend when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, it actually won the weekend, but it was the weakest Memorial Day weekend in over 18 years. That is insane. I told you this box office has just been so blah this summer, man. It has been confirmed that the Aquaman solo movie does take place after the events of Justice League. So, if you're wondering timeline-wise, kind of how Wonder Woman flip-flopped itself, Aquaman will be following the events and following the timeline of Justice League, which I'm glad about. I wish things would stay chronological at this point, even Wonder Woman 2. We have another trailer for Paddington 2 that you can check out there. We have, let's see, well, that's not relevant anymore. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. star Clark Gregg is set to co-star in a new thriller called The Spinning Man. Showtime has paired Kevin Hart and T.I. for the studio music comedy series. I'm not sure what that's going to be over on Showtime, but we'll see. Red Hood has made his debut in Injustice 2. By the way, I have this game and I love it. And Red Hood's not too bad, by the way. It has a DLC character. The Russo brothers tease that the mighty Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor, will make his return in Avengers Infinity War. Now, we saw in the trailer for Thor Ragnarok that the hammer gets smashed by Hela, but it looks like the hammer will be back in Infinity War. Very excited about that. The TV show Underground has been canceled by WGN America. The Arrested Development cast will have much more time together in Season 5, which I think will really help Season 5 be a lot better when that thing comes rolling around. Gabriel Union is set to star in and produce a new home invasion thriller called Breaking In. Adam Wingard, the director of You're Next and The Guest, is set to be the director for Godzilla vs. Kong. Yes, he's been signed on by Legendary and Warner Brothers Pictures to direct the big mashup movie Godzilla vs. Kong. That's going to be awesome. Vanessa Hudgens has been added as a third judge for the upcoming 14th season of So You Think You Can Dance. That's a good addition there. Wonder Woman is actually tied with The Incredibles for the best reviewed superhero movie ever on Rotten Tomatoes. We have the first trailer for The Mountain Between Us, starring Idris Elba and Kate Winslet. Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things reveals that she did audition for X-23 in the Logan movie and got passed up. So that would have been interesting to see 11 being X-23 there. Tom Holland, who's going to be in the new Uncharted movie, has suggested that Jake Gyllenhaal or Chris Pratt play Sully in the Uncharted movie, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is past the $800 million mark at the worldwide box office, which is awesome, so that means it passed the first film, which is always great for a sequel to do. Rumor mill has it that Dark Universe over there, the monster universe we keep talking about, is looking at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to be the Wolfman for them in their upcoming reboot. Thomas Middleditch from Silicon Valley has joined Godzilla, King of Monsters, which is now currently filming, so good to see him get a big tentpole movie like that. Will Arnett says that the Arrested Development next season will be more like the earlier seasons of the show. On top of The Rock being rumored for Dark Universe, they're still looking at Angelina Jolie to join for Bride of Frankenstein as well. The PlayStation 3 has officially ceased production. There you go. It's over, man. It lasted a lot longer than I ever thought it would. So if you want to keep playing PlayStation, it's time for you to get a PS4. Odette Annabelle has been cast as a Season 3 big bad for Supergirl. She'll be playing Rain. And I gotta tell you, I love Odette Annabelle. She, of course, was on Banshee. And as you know me, I love Banshee, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And she was so great on that show. So shout out to Lynx and our former podcast, Welcome to Banshee. She's awesome. Glad to see her joining Supergirl. Go-Go Power Rangers sequel. The franchise might still have an opportunity to make a sequel thanks to toy sales. Still made a lot of money in toys, so they might be doing a sequel just based off that profit. Supposedly a Sin City TV series is in development. New Mutants has just added Stranger Things cast member Charlie Heaton to play Cannonball. Haley Steinfeld is going to star in the Transformers spin-off Bumblebee. So great addition here. Haley Steinfeld is one of the best up-and-coming actresses in Hollywood. This is a great addition to the movie, which takes place in the 80s. Bumblebee is going to be his Volkswagen Bug. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to the Transformers Bumblebee spin-off, and Haley Steinfeld is a great addition for that. The best-selling Alex Rider books are becoming a TV series. HBO has debuted the first trailer for the 70s porn drama from The Wire director, starring James Franco. Let's see here. The Animaniacs is returning to television, so that's new. Now, let's see here. Sorry. Like I said, lots of double notes here. Joel David Moore is set to reprise his role for the Avatar sequels. Michelle Williams has joined Amy Schumer in that new film, I Feel Pretty. Viggo Mortensen is in talks for Peter Farrelly's Green Book film. Tom Holland says that Spider-Man's main goal is to become an Avenger. So no shocker there, right? He wants to be that Avenger. We have the first trailer for Murder on the Orient Express, which looks really cool there. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Wonder Woman are the most tweeted about summer blockbusters. The new video game Middle of Earth Shadow of War has been delayed till October. Brendan Fraser will play James Fletcher Chase in FX Network's new TV show Trust. Julia Roberts is set to headline a new HBO series called Today Will Be Different. Sense8 has been canceled by Netflix after 2 seasons. I know a lot of people were in an uproar over this and they were trying to fight it, and Netflix said, no, nobody watched it. We're not going to save this thing. This was one of those shows that barely got a second season as it was, so people should be lucky that it even got a second season. But Sense8 has been canceled over on Netflix. Skeet Ulrich has been promoted to series regular for Riverdale Season 2. We have the first teaser trailer for Ballers Season 3. We have the full CBS Fall 2017 schedule for you to check out there. Power Rangers DVD and Blu-ray set to hit this Tuesday, so that's going to be cool on June 27th, and it's now available on digital. NBC has passed on a Busy Phillips and Casey Williams pilot despite a big fan campaign for them to do this show. Sharknado 5 is coming, yes, and it's been called Global Swarming. Check out the article to find out who's going to pop up in this piece of crap. Mark Paul Gosselaar is set to join the cast of The Passage, which is going to be coming on Fox. It's going to be produced by Ridley Scott, and it's going to be a vampire show. Pretty interesting here, man. I'll check it out just for Mark Paul Gosselaar. Why not? Got to follow Zach, man. Marvel's The Punisher will reportedly debut on Netflix in November, even though we have no official date from Netflix directly. It looks all signs are pointing to November of this year for that, which makes sense. You know, August we have The Defenders. They got to put that out in November because they got a lot of other stuff to do next year. Sam Heughan from Outlander is joining Kate McKinnon and Mila Kunis in The Spy Who Dumped Me. We have the Honest trailer for Catwoman. We have Everything Wrong with Justice League Flashpoint Paradox, along with Everything Wrong with Logan in 17 minutes or less. We have the brand new Paddington trailer, which you can check out. We have the new trailer for The Little Hours. Lots of trailers. A brand new Baby Driver trailer, which, like I said, that movie comes out actually on Wednesday, so you can see that one early. Amazon is bringing out a new show called The Last Tycoon, and it'll be starring Matt Bomer, Kelsey Grammer, and Lily Collins. Elizabeth Debicki has been cast in a voice role for Luke Besson's Valerian movie. Flash Season 4 villain has been revealed, and yes, it's finally not going to be a speedster. It's going to be the Thinker. It'll be the first non-speedster big bad since the show premiered. Flash returns on October for Season 4. The Thinker. Let's see here. Josh Gad still teasing that he might be Penguin or somebody in the DC universe. We'll see. Rumor has it that Silver and Black might kick off a female Spider universe. Oh, interesting. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Paul Dano joins Del Toro and David Arquette for Ben Stiller's new Prison Break TV series. New Mutants has also added newcomer Blue Hunt to play Native American telepath Danielle Moonstar, aka Psyche. HBO has a teaser trailer for their new upcoming anthology series from the Duplass brothers titled Room 104 that will be debuting on Friday, July 28th. Bradley Whitford has joined the cast of Godzilla King of Monsters, so that's starting to beef up there. You might have to wait until 2019 for the final season of Game of Thrones. They're still finalizing all that. Let's see. Neil Blomkamp has confirmed that Alien 5 is most likely totally dead. No shocker here. Ever since Ridley Scott came back and took back basically the Alien franchise, there's really nobody was expecting that Neil Blomkamp was going to be doing anything in the Alien world going forward. Big shakeup over for Kevin James's TV show Kevin Can Wait. I like this show. It was the #1 rated new comedy show on television, and I love Kevin James, man. I'll support pretty much anything this dude's in. And the chick, Erin Hayes, that plays his wife on the show, they fired her. And she's gone. She's very sad about it. She tweeted the fans, that she loved the show, she loved the cast, and she doesn't really understand why they're doing this. But it looks like they're going to be revamping the show, and they're going to be doing something a little different. In addition to her getting kicked off, this is the big kicker here, they are bringing on Leah Remini. For those of you that know Kevin James' old show, The King of Queens, Leah Remini and Kevin James played husband and wife for 9 seasons. Now she popped up in a 2-parter for the series finale, for the season finale. And I remember watching the season finale and just feeling that nostalgic kind of thing, because I loved King and Queens. And seeing those two together on screen, I was telling my wife, I said, man, I just love the chemistry between these two. I wish they'd bring her on the show more often. And now, Leah Remini is becoming a permanent cast addition for Kevin Can Wait. But then they fire the chick that plays his wife. So I don't know what they plan to do for season 2. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be very interesting to see how they kind of work this. But I'm glad to see Leah Remini joining the cast. And I hope it really helps bring back the nostalgia of King and Queens a little bit more. It's going to be pretty awesome there. Let's move on. Neil Blomkamp also states that he is working on a District 9 follow-up, which is awesome. We definitely use that. Patty Jenkins had the biggest opening of all time for a female director for Wonder Woman. Like I said, it made $103 million domestically and over $228 worldwide just in its first week. So that's awesome. So congratulations to her there. It looks like season 3 of Unreal has been pushed back, so you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that one. Let's see. We have the brand new trailer for American Made, which is Tom Cruise's next movie, directed by Doug Liman. And it's a true story. Looks really good, actually. I really dug the trailer for American Made. We have the trailer for Professor M and the Wonder Women that you can check out. We have the trailer for Blind, starring Demi Moore and Alec Baldwin. The Mist has officially debuted over on Spike TV. Again, pretty good reviews, so check that out. The new animated Starship Troopers sequel is going to be arriving, and Casper Van Dien and Dina Meyer are returning to voice. Paul Bettany is playing Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. We have the first trailer for the Manhunt series coming to television. Jake Gyllenhaal is set to star and produce in a World War II film called The Last Airman. We have the first trailer for Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs, new animated film with Chloe Grace Moretz voicing. Joel Kinnaman thinks that the Suicide Squad sequel may begin filming next year, so no official word other than that. Ocean's 11 vet Carl Reiner is set to make a cameo in Ocean's 8. We have the brand new Season 4 trailer for Broad City, which will be premiering on Comedy Central on August 23rd. Modern Family actress Sarah Hyland is set to guest star on the Shadowhunters TV series this season. Supposedly Phantom of the Opera and the Hunchback of Notre Dame are also going to be joining the Dark Universe. Lots of Dark Universe news today. When Cash Cab is coming back to television, and when it does, original host Ben Bailey is coming with it, so Cash Cab is returning. A live-action Cowboy Bebop TV series is in development. There's a new upcoming film from Universal Pictures called 24/7, and it will be starring Eva Longoria and Kerry Washington. Nice mix there between those two. Tala Ash has joined the cast of Legend of Tomorrow. She'll be playing Zari Andrea Tomaz. Whoever that is, I guess I'm not sweaty and geeky enough to know who the hell they're talking about. Steven Spielberg's The Papers movie has just cast Sarah Paulson and Bob Odenkirk to join the crew. Alison Brie is joining as well. Nicole Kidman says that there are no prospects right now for season 2 of Big Little Lies. That sucks. That was going to be a cool movie. It's been announced that the Shallows director, Wam Colette Serra, is set to direct the Waco movie, which is the true story about the 1993 standoff. Freeform Television is developing a Misfits reboot. Fahrenheit 451 has just added Sophia Boutella to the cast. She's joining Michael B. Jordan and Michael Shannon. We have Everything Wrong with the Mummy 1999 that you can check out, along with the Honest trailer for Cars 1 and 2. And let's see here. And let me skip through these notes. So what's crazy is that in a universe where we seem to sign every star to 5, 6, 7 picture deals because we don't want to worry about trying to renegotiate and spend more money. Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman, we find out after Wonder Woman came out, she was only signed to the one movie. So now she is going to get paid. Patty Jenkins not yet signed on for Wonder Woman 2. The film is just crushing, and basically, I mean, she's going to come back. She loves the franchise. She already said she wants to make the second one. Like I told you, she's already writing the script for the second one with Jeff Johns, so she'll be back, but she's going to get a very big raise because they did not lock her in for a second film when they made the first one. So learn your lesson and sign people to multiple film deals. We have your first exclusive look at Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins, and Mary Poppins Returns, which is very cool. James Gunn is set to help oversee Marvel's cosmic universe beyond Guardians 3. So it looks like Kevin Feige is going to be working with James Gunn as like an advisor to help him oversee the full cosmic universe that they're going to be diving into more in Phase 4. So very interesting to see him kind of have that input even past Guardians of the Galaxy. Cinemax has picked up the Bruce Lee inspired drama series called Warrior. Snowpiercer, the TV series over on TNT, has just added Jennifer Connelly to the cast. Supposedly, rumor has it that the Amazons from Wonder Woman might show up again in Justice League, so we'll see there. Hannah John Kamen. She's basically known for Game of Thrones. She was in an episode of Black Mirror. She's been cast in a very key role in Ant-Man and the Wasp. We don't know what it is yet, but she's coming to that. Logan director, James Mangold, is set to next direct Sony Pictures' film Disorder, based on the Alice Winocour's 2015 French-Belgian dramatic thriller. Disorder, aka Maryland. Hey, I like Mangold. We'll see what he ends up doing next. Doug Liman, who of course just bounced off of Justice League Dark, is going to be adapting the YA novels Unearthed over for Sony Pictures. So that's what he's going to be doing up next. Director Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan are going to team up once again for another true story called Wrong Answer. They've done a lot of movies together. I think Ryan Coogler's only worked with Michael B. Jordan at this point. We have the third official trailer for Coco. The new horror film Amityville: The Awakening, starring Bella Thorne, has been pulled from this month's release date schedule. No shocker here, this movie was supposed to come out originally in 2015, and then 2016, and then this year. I don't know what the hell's going on. This movie's been sitting on a shelf for 2 years, and it's like they can't figure out what to do with it. But it's been taken off, so it ain't coming out this month. Fox has canceled 24 Legacy. So that only lasted one season, but Fox says that they are in the planning stages for, quote, a new version of 24 moving forward. So I guess they just didn't care for the Legacy one, so that kind of sucks. I heard it was pretty decent. I didn't watch it, but I heard it was pretty decent. Let's see what else we got here. We have the full 2017 winner list for the CMT Music Awards, if you're interested there. We have the first trailer for First Kill, starring Bruce Willis and Hayden Christensen, which looks okay, but is definitely going to be straight to fucking DVD or straight to on-demand. It's definitely the kind of movie it looks like. I don't know what the hell happened to Bruce Willis. This dude still puts out like 5 movies a year, but they're all straight to Blu-ray or straight to video on demand. What happened to Bruce Willis, man? When did that happen? I don't get it. He deserves better, in my opinion. Wonder Woman is now officially the most tweeted movie of the year. Congratulations to her there. We got a full list, a full article talking about all the TV shows we've lost in 2017. So a full compilation of everything that's been canceled, from The Get Down to Sense8 to 24 Legacy and so forth. The CW has set its fall premiere dates. Supergirl will kick things off on October 9th. Fast and Furious actor Sung Kang has joined the new sci-fi thriller Code 8. Forrest Whitaker has joined the cast of Netflix's apocalyptic action thriller called How It Ends. He'll star opposite the Divergent series Theo James in the new apocalyptic action thriller. Melissa McCarthy is signed on to star in and sing in a new holiday family musical called Margie Claus. Margie Claus. John Hamm is set to join Jeremy Renner and Ed Helms for the new comedy called Tag. This movie's shaping up to be something, by the way. A lot of people are signing on for this thing that's supposed to be all about this adult game of tag, which to me just sounds hilarious, especially if they make this like a rated R thing with all these adults trying to run around and play a game of tag. It's shaping up to be something pretty damn cool. TNT, the Snowpiercer TV series, has added Frances Ha to star. She'll be joining Jennifer Connelly and David Diggs. Mickey Sumner. Oh, Frances. I said they added Frances Ha. No, they added Frances Ha. Star, her name is Mickey Sumner. Sorry about that. Actress Zhang Ziyi has joined the cast of Godzilla. That's a little cool addition there. Speaking of Bruce Willis, his Death Wish remake supposedly is going to get a big screen release, so maybe we'll see him hit the big screen again finally, coming up here soon. Let's see. So bear with me. I got weeks and weeks of notes that I'm trying to comb through here. When you go a month without doing a podcast, this shit stacks up. You know, and for a second I started to think to myself, like, should I just do like highlights? But I don't want to just resort to just being a highlight show. There's plenty of those on the internet. I pride myself on giving you all of the news that drops in TV and movies. All of it. Whether, you know, it's big or little, somebody somewhere has an interest, and I like to divulge all that. I don't want to just spotlight 5 big things and talk about it. That's never been what this show's been about. So it does take a little bit more work. I do got to comb through everything a little bit more. And especially, like I said, when you go a full month, there's a lot of stuff that's not relevant anymore, or whatever the case may be. So another big trailer that dropped, and kind of dropped out of nowhere, was Marvel releasing the first teaser trailer for Black Panther. So this trailer kicked so much ass. It was a really great trailer. Can't wait. This movie comes out in February of next year. It's going to be awesome. So check out the Black Panther teaser if you haven't had a chance to see that yet. They also dropped the first poster for the movie as well. The poster I can't say as much good things about. It looks shitty. It looks like a bad Photoshop job, and I don't care. But the trailer is amazing. So is that song on the trailer, man. Step into the spotlight. It's pretty awesome, so check that out. Julie Andrews says that she's not going to have a cameo role in Mary Poppins Returns, and she says the reason she's not doing a cameo is not for her, but really for Emily Blunt. She says Emily Blunt is doing a great job on the movie, and she doesn't want to take any limelight away from her. So she said, you know what, I'm just going to sit this one out and let it be Emily's show. And that's pretty selfless there. So awesome stuff from Julie Andrews. We have the first trailer for Kidnap, starring Halle Berry. This looks pretty cheesy, to be honest with you. I hated this trailer. Supposedly, Fear the Walking Dead ratings put it as the number 3 cable TV series. I don't know anyone that likes this show, so I don't know how they could say that. But hey, production is officially wrapped on the Tomb Raider reboot, starring Alicia Vikander, and it's set to launch on March 16th of next year. Anna Chomsky is set to join *Halt and Catch Fire's final season over on AMC. Jennifer Esposito is exiting NCIS after just 1 season. Fargo showrunner says that season 3 could be the very last season for the TV show. Jessie star Debbie Ryan may be heading to Netflix with a former CW pilot. So there's a show the CW passed on, but Netflix is kind of digging it, so they might bring it there. Nathan Fillion, Tony Hale, Sarah Rue, Lucy Punch, and Roger Bart are all been cast in roles for season 2 of Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events over on Netflix as well. In some sad news, TV's 1966 Batman, Adam West, has passed away at the age of 88. Played Batman, one of the people that you just relate Batman to, even in his cheese-tastic ways. They shined an actual bat signal up in the sky in Los Angeles for him after he passed, and it was pretty awesome. So our condolences to the entire West family, friends. Adam West passes away at the age of 88. We got another new trailer for You Got Me, which stars Bella Thorne. Rumor has it that Guy Ritchie is looking at Tom Hardy to play Jafar in the live-action Aladdin movie. So we'll see how that goes. That would be kind of cool, right? Chris Evans supposedly agreed to do Avengers 4 because it's going to wrap everything up. Chris Evans seems to flip-flop a lot on whether he wants to continue to do it, not do it. He says he wasn't really interested in re-signing his contract, but then he said, okay, I'll do the Avengers films because it's going to wrap everything up. So this is speculating because they're saying that not everybody's going to make it out of this film alive, and with the way that he's talking, we might not see Cap make it on out alive. That's for sure. There's a new Xbox coming out. The Xbox One X will officially be released on November 7th for $500. I don't care. Let's see. Criminal Minds says goodbye to another character. Damon Gupton joined the show after Thomas Gibson's departure, and now he's leaving the show. Lindsay Lohan has joined Rupert Grint in season 2 of the British sitcom Sick Note. Battle of the Network Stars is set to feature Vivica Fox, Lou Ferrigno, Taye Diggs, and a bunch more people there. Idris Elba is officially agreed to return for a season 5 of BBC's Luther. And a lot of people love Luther, and he will be coming back to do it once again. It'll start filming early next year. Armie Hammer has been rumored to be something in the DC Cinematic Universe, and he says, hey, no one's contacted me. He says no one's contacted him about Shazam or Green Lantern, so we're going to have to wait and see on that one. Even though The Rock wants him for Shazam, but he's playing coy. I don't believe for a second that DC has not talked to this dude yet, because he could be something in the DC universe, and I think he's just playing very tight-lit. Sorry, 1 second. Shioli Kutsuna, sorry if I mispronounced her name. She has just joined the Deadpool sequel in another mystery role, so we have no clue who she's playing, but she's joined the cast. Director Rawson Marshall Thurber from Central Intelligence, We're the Millers, has been confirmed to direct the Cannonball Run remake. Do we need a remake of that? Why not, I guess, right? Joe and Anthony Russo are teaming with Henry Selick for a Little Nightmares TV series based on the short stories. We got a bunch of PlayStation stuff from E3, a lot of trailers, different things there. We have the first trailer for Flatliners, yes, the remake of the 80s film. This time starring Ellen Page and Nina Dobrev. Looks okay. We have the cinematic trailer for the new video game Assassin's Creed Origins that you can check out along with the brand new Spider-Man video game, which looks incredible. Reginald Hudlin is set to direct the Valiant Comics' first live-action film, Shadow Man. So that's pretty cool. I don't know much about Valiant Comics. I don't know much about Shadow Man. He looks pretty damn interesting. And Reginald Hudlin is going to direct the film version. So getting some good quality on that one there. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is set to take the mound as baseball legend Doc Ellis in a new film. Sandra Oh has joined the new BBC series called Killing Eve. Black Mirror is set to be adapted into a series of books. Tom Holland confirms that they are planning a Spider-Man trilogy in this upcoming world that he's in. Netflix has officially given the green light to Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt Season 4. Unbreakable. Them females are strong as hell. I love Kimmy Schmidt. It's a hilarious show. It's very off the wall, very unique, and glad to see it coming back for Season 4. Just give me more Titus, because he's awesome. It's been confirmed that Michelle Monaghan is coming back for Mission Impossible 6, which I love. She's an awesome addition. She was in Part 3. She was in the very end of Part 4 and then not around for Part 5, so glad to see her coming back with a role to do. We have the Honest trailer for Beauty and the Beast. Check that out. Ela Fisher is the latest to join the new movie Tag that I told you about, so another great addition there. American Crime Story Season 2 is now officially going to be the assassination of Gianni Versace instead of the previously announced Katrina season. So they kind of flip-flop those two. So you're going to get the Versace one next. Land of Stories. That movie is heading to the big screen. Chris Colfer will write and direct a big screen adaptation of his own The Wishing Spell, the first book in his Land of Stories series. Christopher McQuarrie has also announced that Simon Pegg himself is returning to Mission Impossible 6. We have the first teaser trailer for Tour de Pharmacy, which looks hilarious. It's the new Andy Samberg mock documentary, like they did the 7 Days in Hell on HBO last year. Now they're doing this one on HBO next month, and it looks awesome. Andy Samberg, James Marsden, John Cena. It looks so funny. Check that out. if you haven't seen that trailer. Daniel Radcliffe has a new trailer for his new movie Jungle. It's been confirmed that Kiersey Clemons will play Iris West in a cameo in the Justice League movie, and Danai Gurira will play Black Panther's Okoye in Avengers Infinity War. So they're going to get some expanded roles there. The Conjuring universe is planning another spin-off, and this time it's going to be on the Crooked Man. The Crooked Man was in Conjuring 2, and I'll tell you, man, when we talked about, if you go backwards in time a couple months to when they announced that the next spin-off was going to be The Nun, I said on that episode, why are they doing The Nun? If they were going to do a spin-off on any character, it should have been the Crooked Man. And here we are now in June, and they're finally planning the Crooked Man spin-off. So, no word yet on like who's writing or directing or anything like that, but James Wan will be involved as a producer, and they're moving forward on the Crooked Man, which I am ecstatic about because he was really creepy in Conjuring 2. So give me more of that. Kevin Feige now says that an R-rated MCU movie is not out of the question. Very interesting there, so that's awesome. We talked about that there is a Bumblebee spin-off movie coming, and it has been confirmed that it will be set in the 80s. It will be a prequel film, so therefore, you know, there's no Optimus or any of the other guys on the planet yet. Zachary Levi has been cast as a mysterious villain in the new Psych TV movie, which is awesome because Zach's great in anything he does. Legends of Tomorrow has cast Billy Zane as P.T. Barnum for its next season. Jessica Chastain is in talks to play a new villain in the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie. So that's awesome right there. Glad to see her getting a chance. And Simon Kinberg has been announced as the director of the film. He'll get to erase the mistakes of The Last Stand with Dark Phoenix, and that he's also announced that he is reuniting the entire X-Men cast. He's brought back everybody: Jennifer Lawrence, James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Nicholas Hoult. The entire crew's back, along with all the young X-Men from Apocalypse, as they move forward with X-Men Dark Phoenix, which comes out next year. And then with the addition of Jessica Chastain, that's pretty damn awesome. It was pretty cool. James McAvoy posted an Instagram the other day of him just picking up a razor and turning it on, and like that was it. And it just said like getting ready, #X-Men, and you're like, oh yeah, he's getting ready to shave that head. So pretty cool. Dakota Johnson and Bruce Dern are set to star in the Peanut Butter Falcon, whatever that is. There's a John Wick TV series in the works, and supposedly it's going to be called The Continental and be based all around the hotel that's from the John Wick films. Nene Leakes is returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sony was going to be putting out clean versions of their movies that people could buy, but all the directors and a lot of the stars started to lose their shit about it, so they said, okay, you win, we won't release the clean versions of the movies if the directors object. So they might still do it for some, but they're not going to do it for the other ones. Danny Elfman has been announced as the brand new composer for Justice League. Junkie XL has been booted, and Danny Elfman is coming in. Last Man Standing, you know, that show got canceled over on CBS and ABC, and or maybe it was CBS. I don't know, whatever network it was on. ABC. It was ABC. ABC had canceled Last Man Standing, and all these people lost their shit and said, no, don't do it, bring it back, blah, blah, blah. So, out of nowhere, CMT steps in and they say, hey, we might revive it for a 7th season. But long story short, since the announcement of them negotiating, it's already been debunked, and CMT has passed on on bringing it back. So it is officially dead. Last Man Standing is not returning. We have the first official trailer for Daddy's Home 2. This looks hilarious. I am so excited for this movie. I loved the first Daddy's Home film with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, and then now in the second one, their dads are coming in. So Mark Wahlberg's dad is played by Mel Gibson, and it's so funny. Jonathan Lithgow plays Will Ferrell's dad It is a great trailer. Just check it out. And if you're not looking forward to this after watching that trailer, I don't know what's wrong with you. We got everything wrong with The Shallows in 12 minutes or less. We have the first trailer for Goodbye Christopher Robin. We have a new trailer for Detroit, which just looks oh so good. That's going to be really, really great. We have the first teaser trailer for Sharknado 5 Global Swarming. We have the first trailer for Universal's Happy Death Day. I gotta tell you, this trailer looks pretty awesome. This is about a chick who gets murdered and then relives the day Groundhog Day style. So it's all the same stuff, and then she gets murdered, and she wakes up, and it's all the same stuff, and she gets murdered over and over and over again until she can figure out who her murderer is. It's awesome. It looks kind of like Final Destination, and it's just, I'm stoked on this one, man. So check out that trailer, Happy Death Day. NBC has pulled an episode of The Carmichael Show because there's a mass shooting in it, and now Gerard Carmichael is pissed at NBC for pulling it, freedom of speech kind of thing. So they're kind of at odds right now over that. Bill Nye Saves the World is getting a season 2 over on Netflix. Also, a Book of Life sequel has just been greenlit. Aisha Tyler announces that she's exiting the talk show, The Talk. We got everything wrong with Cars 2 in 18 minutes or less. We have the new trailer for Home Again, starring Reese Witherspoon. We have a new trailer for Ferdinand, the animated movie, voiced by John Cena, coming out here soon. Let's see here. Getting close, my friends. Getting close. Hang with me. Hang with me. We're getting close. Let's see. Sean Levy says that Stranger Things 2 will make the Demogorgon look quaint. So I can't wait to see what the big villain is of that one. Justice League is currently reshooting with Joss Whedon right now, and there's a building that they caught in the background, and everybody's thinking it's the Hall of Justice, which is pretty damn cool if they end up doing that, but we'll have to wait and see. Reshoots will be going on for several weeks here. We got all the TVs and titles coming to Amazon Prime and Netflix in July. Glenn Close has just joined Amazon's zombie pilot called Sea Oak. Diane Kruger has just joined Steve Carell in the new Robert Zemeckis film. Ben Kingsley is set to play Adolf Eichmann opposite Oscar Isaac in a new movie called Operation Finale. Michael Bay, once again, like we talked about earlier when we talked about Transformers, he's confirmed that The Last Night is absolutely his last Transformers film, but we'll have to wait and see, because like I said, he said that after number 3, he said it after number 4, and now he's saying it again after number 5, so we'll have to wait and see, but he's saying it's definitely time at this point. I'll believe it when I see it, Mr. Bay. I'll believe it when I see it. Stranger Things Season 2 will be darker and more ambitious. So that's cool there. Deadpool 2 started filming, and the first picture Ryan Reynolds put up was him in the Deadpool outfit sitting in front of the X Mansion. And I think he tweeted, like, you know, big fucking surprise, no one's home. Or something like that, which is classic Deadpool. Awesome stuff there. Computer is running so slow right now. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You know, one of the big rumors, and I'm going to kind of debunk it at the same time, that came out last week was that Amy Pascal, who's, you know, worked for Sony for a long time, she's kind of in charge of the Spider-Man universe, and she did the deal with Kevin Feige about having Spidey in the MCU. She confirmed about a week ago that the Venom movie and all the other spin-offs were going to be in the same universe with Spider-Man, therefore in the MCU. If you watch the video, Kevin Feige looks like, what the fuck did you just say? His facial expression, but he didn't debunk it, and he didn't say, oh, you're not right. I mean, he just kind of kept his mouth closed. But then there was another interview that just came out with Kevin Feige this weekend where he says, the only character in the MCU that we don't have the rights to is Spider-Man, and that's the only one. Everything else is in its own world. And then kind of Amy Pascal had to come out and kind of clarify her comments, and she said, well, they're in the Marvel, Sony universe, but they're not in the MCU, and then we'll have to wait and see kind of thing. So it's really weird how some parties are trying to act like they're together, but some aren't. This is the problem with Sony trying to do like Venom and Silver and Black and all these other spin-offs if they're not using Spider-Man and if they're not going to be a part of the MCU. I feel like they're going to try to act like it's like a Netflix kind of thing and pretend like they're in the same universe, but not quite. We'll have to wait and see. As Venom starts getting ready to shoot, we'll probably have a better picture of how that all goes. It's very, very interesting, though. Very, very odd. Jack Black says the new Jumanji film will feature a tribute to Ryan Reynolds, and he reveals the original Jumanji connection. So read that if you don't want to be spoiled there. Or if you do want to be spoiled, I should say. Star Trek Discovery has been given its official premiere date, and the season will be released in 2 chapters. Paramount Pictures also set a release date for Bad Robot's Overlord, which it comes out in October of 2018, and it may be the next film in the Cloverfield franchise. Mark Wahlberg says that The Last Knight will probably be his last final Transformers film as well. Supposedly, he still has another movie under his contract, but Mark says he only joined the franchise because of Michael Bay. So he says if Michael Bay doesn't come back, then he probably won't come back. But this is what I don't understand about actors. If he is contractually obligated to return, even if Michael Bay doesn't come back, he has to come back. So I don't know why these actors sometimes act like they could just be like, nah, I'm good. Michael's not coming back, then now I'm not coming back. Sorry, Mark, you signed the fucking contract. We want you back. You're coming back for number 6. So we'll see how that plays out. Just kind of weird, man. I don't know how they get to do stuff like that. The Godzilla movie is officially started filming, and they have confirmed that Rodan, Mothra, and Ghidorah are all confirmed for Godzilla 2. That is pretty damn awesome. Some great villains. I can't wait to see them tear it down with Godzilla. Tony Danza is headed to Netflix with a new hour-long dramedy called The Good Cop. Scarlett Johansson teased that there was an Avengers Infinity War scene that had 32 Marvel characters in it. That's insane. Sean Bean is set to headline a new Crackle series called The Oath, which is a new action drama. Sorry, here my computer's freezing again. Jesus. The Will and Grace premiere is set for September 28th. That'll be the revival. We have NBC's Fall 2017. All their premiere dates are listed, including This Is Us, The Good Place, and Will and Grace. Day of the Crayons Quit movie is in development over at Sony, excuse me. Jesus, man, I'm fucking tired. Oh, jeez. Let's see here. Supposedly it's going to be another Triple X film. So Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage, came out back in February, I believe, or maybe even January, and it did really well worldwide, but it did not do that well here in the U.S. But you know what? Like I said, it don't matter anymore. If your film makes money, it's a good business proposition to make more, and that's what's happening with Triple X. The foreign money was so good. They're saying, let's bring back the team and do another one. So look for that coming here in the next couple of years. Batman Mask of the Phantasm is finally heading to Blu-ray thanks to Warner Brothers Archive. So that's awesome. The 1993 film is finally getting put on the Blu-ray. Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively are in talks to star in Paul Feig's new film, A Simple Favor, based on the book. We have the new second trailer for Annabelle Creation that you can check out. We have the first trailer for Thank You for Your Service, which looks really good there. Mark Gatiss and Stephen Moffat from BBC's Sherlock Holmes are adapting a new Dracula TV series for television. We have a new trailer and red band trailer for American Assassin starring Dylan O'Brien and Michael Keaton. We have the new trailer for To the Bone, which is a new Netflix movie which looks really, really good with Lily Collins and Keanu Reeves. Looks really good. Comes out here pretty soon. CBS has renewed their entire daytime lineup. Duncan Jones talks about plans for Warcraft 2. He says they haven't given up yet. So, we'll see. And for my boy Lynx, he's excited. Warner Brothers has hired a new writer for a new Twilight Zone movie. They say it will be a full movie. It's not going to be an anthology kind of thing. So we'll see what happens with Twilight Zone. The CW is planning a potential supernatural spin-off called Wayward Sisters, and it will star Kim Rhodes, who plays Sheriff Jody Mills on the show. Criminal Minds has added the Criminal Minds Beyond Borders star Daniel Henney as a series regular, obviously because Beyond Borders was canceled. Daniel Day-Lewis has retired from acting, supposedly, so congratulations to him. Enjoy yourself and all your awards and accolades. Game of Thrones star Una Chaplin has joined the Avatar sequels. House with a Clock in Its Walls is getting adapted into a movie, and director Eli Roth has signed on, and he's teaming up with Jack Black for the movie based on the 1973 novel. Kyle Chandler and Corey Stoll are set to join Ryan Gosling in the new movie First Man, which is the NASA film directed by La La Land writer and director Damien Chazelle. This was big news that kind of came out of nowhere the other day. Directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller have been fired from the Han Solo movie. Yes, the next Star Wars spin-off film was the Han Solo movie. And here's the big kicker. They had been filming this movie since January. Literally almost 6 months they had been filming. They only had 3 weeks left, and Lucasfilm fired them. Now, supposedly, they're just very unhappy with the tone. They weren't happy with how it was coming out. Now, if you know Phil Lord and Chris Miller, you know that they have a comedic sense to them. They have a comedic tone. And supposedly, the Han Solo movie was coming out very jokey. Very, very slapsticky. And the people at Lucasfilm and the people that were watching the footage was saying, what the hell is this? Like, this isn't Han Solo, and this isn't our universe. Would it have been cool? Probably, because Lord and Miller are awesome. But I get it from a Star Wars perspective. You got to protect your brand, and their brand was putting up a pretty shitty movie that they were not happy with. So they were fired. And then breaking news a couple days later that they brought on Ron Howard, none other than Ron Howard, to come in and take over directorial duties. He's going to finish the film, and then he's going to shoot all the reshoots as well, and basically try to salvage the movie as best as possible, since, like I said, they were 90% done at this point. So everybody's playing cool with it. Phil Lord and Chris Miller came out very nice and said, hey, it's creative differences, it happens. Disney is given their 2 cents about it as well, and just kind of been like, hey, it is what it is. But I'll tell you exactly, so here's what Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm, said in a statement. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are talented filmmakers who have assembled an incredible cast and crew, but it's become clear that we had different creative visions on this film, and we've decided to part ways. A new director will be announced soon. And then Lord and Miller put out their statement and said, unfortunately, our vision and our process weren't aligned with our partners on this project. We normally aren't fans of the phrase creative differences, but for once, this cliche is true. We are really proud of the amazing and world-class work that our cast and crew did. So there you have it. I mean, very coy, very nice from both sides. And then now Ron Howard is stepping in and will finish everything. So, you know, they say they just did not like that tone. It was just too all over the place. I get it. Like I said, I get it. It's just weird, man. How did they not catch this sooner? It's almost 6 months filming. Why did it take so long? Maybe we'll find out one day. Colton Haynes is joining season 7 of American Horror Story over on FX. Damon Lindelof is reportedly developing a Watchmen TV series. Well, it's going to be coming to HBO, so that's pretty cool. Love to see how that turns out. We have everything wrong with the Transformers movie, the animated one from 1986. We have the honest trailer for Power Rangers. Let's see here. Once again, all these new trailers are on our webpage over on amiontheair.com. Click on the trailers tab. Man, I am sorry. My laptop is just spinning. It's hard to read notes when your page won't load up or down. Come on, guys. Come on. Now it looks like I'm completely frozen. Let's go. Wow. Technical difficulties on a live show. Isn't it great, guys? Isn't it great? Lucasfilm states that the Han Solo movie will remain on course for its May 2018 release date, so hopefully that don't change. David Oyelowo was going to be voicing Scar in Disney Junior's The Lion Guard. The 8th Saw film, which was called Saw Legacy, has officially been given a new name. The movie has now been retitled as simply Jigsaw, and Jigsaw will be released in theaters on October 27th. A Downton Abbey movie is officially in the works. Supposedly on the Venom movie, Carnage will be the official villain in the film, and maybe even Craven and Mysterio might be getting their own spin-off films down the road as well. I love the idea of Carnage being the villain for the Venom movie. If we can get a Venom versus Carnage film, that would be incredible, especially if they do end up going rated R on this. Whew, that would be so awesome. So awesome. Let's see here. Bring it on, man. Mahershala Ali and Brian Tyree Henry have joined the animated Spider-Man movie that's coming out next year. They have joined the cast there. American Horror Story has just added Finn Wittrock. American Horror Story star Finn Wittrock has joined the assassination of Gianni Versace for American Crime Story. Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson are in early talks for Netflix's Bonnie and Clyde film. Rumor has it that Fox is going to try to hold on to Fantastic Four and make another film. Their new Fantastic Four film might focus on Reed and Sue's children. Nobody wants this shit. Give up the rights back to Marvel. Nobody wants to see the fucking kids. Please just give the rights back to Marvel. Work something out. Give them up. Just stop trying to make a shitty movie to hold on to the rights. Nobody cares. Supposedly for Spider-Man Homecoming 2, which won't be called Homecoming 2, is what they're just referring to the film as, it will pair a different MCU character up with Spidey, just like how Iron Man is in the first one. They're going to team someone else up with him in the second one, which is pretty awesome there. Let's see. September will be the release date. I don't think I mentioned it earlier for the Star Trek Discovery show, so look for that in September. Let's see. David Mamet is set to script The Force, which is adapted from the Don Winslow book, The Force, and that's going to be, once again, James Mangold directing that one for 20th Century Fox. Transformers 5 debuted on Wednesday, it opened to a series low 15 million. That was the lowest that any of the Transformers film had made on an opening day. Made me sad. We have the first official trailer for Stronger, which is another movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Tatiana Maslany, based on the Boston Marathon bombing, kind of like how Mark Wahlberg's Patriots Day was, but that movie was based more on the crime. This is based on a guy who lost his legs during the bombing and trying to make a comeback there. It looks really, really good. We also have the trailer for Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later, which is coming to Netflix, which is going to be awesome. We have Everything Wrong with Get Out in 15 minutes or less. We have the first trailer for Marshall, starring Chadwick Boseman, which looks really, really good. We got some new posters for the Defenders, which is pretty cool there, that you can check out on our Twitter. Jurassic World, no longer being called Jurassic World 2, we finally have an official title, and the movie will now be called Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Movie comes out in June of 2018. Jordan Peele says that his next thriller will be very different from Get Out. Rogue One is coming to Netflix in July. The Avatar sequels officially start production in September. You mean it's finally happening? It only took over 10 years. Alexis Bledel is set as a series regular for Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale in season 2. Fox has set its fall premiere date, so check that out to see when your shows are coming back. Phil Lord and Chris Miller have met with DC again about The Flash, so maybe now that they're off of Star Wars, they might be heading back to DC. They did write the original script for the Flash movie, so maybe they'll come back to finish their vision and actually direct it, because they pretty much walked away from Flash to go make Han Solo, so they got some time in their schedule now. Neve Campbell, nice to see her name come back into the headlines. She has joined Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in his new film Skyscraper, which comes out next year. Fargo's Carrie Coon has just joined Steve McQueen's new film Widows, which, man, I feel like every time we do an episode, that cast just grows bigger and bigger and bigger. Sons of Anarchy and the 100's Michael Beach has just joined the cast of Aquaman, so that's pretty awesome. We had an article up with Edgar Wright talking about leaving the Ant-Man movie when he did. Just kind of talks a little bit about where he was at that point in his life. Dazzler has been confirmed to officially appear in the upcoming X-Men Dark Phoenix movie, so you will see Dazzler. Jared Leto comments on Wonder Woman and Gotham City's Sirens role. He says he loved Wonder Woman, but he says he hasn't heard anything yet about Gotham City Sirens, so no words yet if Joker's going to be involved there. Sci-Fi has just ordered a pilot for George R.R. Martin's new book, Night Flyers. They're going to be turning that into a TV show. It is confirmed that Bumblebee will return to his Volkswagen mode in the next Transformers movie, which is awesome. Blade Runner 2049 will apparently state if Deckard is a replicant or not, so we'll finally have the answer to that. David Fincher is officially confirmed to direct World War Z 2, so great addition there. Brad Pitt will team with Tommy Lee Jones for a new sci-fi epic called Ad Astra. Downward Dog has been canceled by ABC after just one season. Heather Graham has joined Law & Order, the Menendez brothers. The new Judge Dredd TV series may include dark fantasy elements. Kevin Feige confirms that Infinity War will be the final chapter for some MCU regulars. The early Spider-Man Homecoming reactions have all been fantastic. Like I said earlier in the show, people are loving Homecoming. We have the very first trailer just dropped out of nowhere last night for Pitch Perfect 3, so check that out if you're interested there. Let's see. Weekend box office, Transformers opens up to a franchise low $69 million. $69 million, like I said, it came out officially on Wednesday, so it actually had a 5-day instead of your typical Friday to Sunday opening, 3-day opening. $69 million. It's the first time ever in the franchise that it hasn't made over $100 million in its opening weekend. It looks like the American audiences are just kind of done with it, probably until somebody other than Michael Bay does it. But it's doing great overseas. So even though it opened to a franchise low of $69 million here in the U.S., it has already made $265 million just in 5 days. It is killing in China and all overseas, just like the last movie did. Age of Extinction was $1 billion movie, and that was because of all that money it made overseas. And it looks like this one is following in the footsteps for sure. We posted up a press conference for Spider-Man Homecoming that you can actually watch if you're interested. Like I said, Wonder Woman is now the highest grossing live action film directed by a woman, so that's awesome. Congratulations again to Patty Jenkins. The TV show Girl Boss over on Netflix has been canceled after just one season. We got an article up talking about the post-credit scene in Transformers 5 if you're interested to see what's really going on there. And I do want to say, speaking of new Netflix shows, something to check out is the brand new show Glow. That just started on Netflix this past Friday, and it's the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. And I'm already a big wrestling fan, but this show is for everybody, and it stars Allison Brie, takes place in the 80s, and it's a really good show. It's only 10 episodes, or only a half hour a piece. I watched the first 3 last night, and I really, really dug it. So definitely check out Glow on Netflix if you haven't had a chance yet. All right, that's our news, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We made it through literally a month's worth of news, and we are at that hour 40-minute mark. So it did take about as long as I thought it would, a little under. But let's talk release dates and box office, and we'll wrap this baby up. So out on DVD and Blu-ray this week on Tuesday is going to be Power Rangers, Chips, Trainspotting 2, The Belko Experiment, and The Autopsy of Jane Doe. All out on DVD and Blu-ray this week. In theaters this week as well is going to be Baby Driver, The House, Despicable Me 3, and The Beguiled. And here's your box office as of today, and this is for your 3-day box office, Friday through Sunday. Coming in number 10 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with $3 million. Number 9 is Captain Underpants with $4.3 million. Number 8 is Rough Night with $4.7 million. Number 7 is Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales with $5.2 million. Number 6 is The Mummy with $5.8 million. Number 5 is All Eyes on Me with $5.9 million. Number 4 is 47 Meters Down with $7.4 million. And then we have a tie for number 2. We'll see who breaks the tie tomorrow, but it's leaning towards Wonder Woman. Right now, it looks like last week's number 1 has fallen to number 3, and that's Cars 3 with $25.2 million. Coming in number 2 and tying with Cars is Wonder Woman with another $25.2 million, barely dropping from last week, man. That word of mouth is incredible. And number 1 is Transformers The Last Night with $45.3 million. And like I said, so 45.3 is just the 3-day take. It made 69 in the 5-day take since it came out on Wednesday. So that's your box office report. That's your new releases. And that's our show for this June the 25th. I want to stay and I want to fight them. Which if you've seen the trailer, any trailer for Transformers Last Night, you know what I'm talking about there. That's going to do it for us here. Thank you so much for joining me on this, about hour, 45-minute ride as I catch you up on literally a month worth of TV and movie news, 4 movie reviews. Go out to your cinema, support it. Big box office weekend coming up here. Got to see Despicable Me 3 with the little one. Got to see The House, and definitely want to check out Baby Driver. So lots of stuff to check out. But yeah, that'll do it for us here. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Am I On The Air. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Our website is officially www.amiontheair.com. Make sure you go to that and check out everything we got for you there. Our Facebook, like us on Facebook. You get all the news and stuff there, just like the Twitter. Facebook.com/amiontheair. Give us a little thumbs up, like our page. We really appreciate it. We are available on iTunes for all of you that want to subscribe on your iPhones and iPads and anything iOS. Definitely subscribe to us on iTunes. If iTunes is not your thing, we're available all over the other interwebs. Through our affiliate at reddragonsradio.com. We stream on them 24/7. We're available on Stitcher. We're available on Spreaker. We're available on Google Play Music. We're available on TuneIn. And, of course, we stream on YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe to us on Instagram. That would be great. And, of course, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Like I said, want to try to do more and more stuff there. So check out the Transformers spoiler review on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AmIOnTheAir. And definitely, hit us up. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. And, any suggestions are definitely open. I'd love to hear all of them. So it's going to be a busy week here. I'm traveling this week, heading over to Colorado to do some work stuff. And hopefully be back next Sunday for our next episode right here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios. So thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Red Dragon. Red Dragon.